Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Aretha. Today let's talk about this idea that we can set gentle goals. I am a big fan of setting goals. I like to have something to work towards and something to look forward to. I also think we can use goal setting for things that are fun for us, not just for things that we have to force ourselves to do. For example, you could have a goal to visit 50 national parks over the next 5 years. I'm also a big fan of discipline. But to me, discipline doesn't have to equal punishment. I see discipline as me fighting the inertia so I can achieve the things that I want. Discipline can be about overriding our default patterns and generally challenging the status quo. Because if we always stick to our default behavior, we are unlikely to create results that are different from what we have today. So if you want something different, you have to challenge the status quo. Both goal setting and discipline are often associated with pain and punishment. But I don't think it serves us to think that way. I believe that we can be gentle with our goal setting and with our discipline. I already did a video about how discipline can serve us and help us protect our peace. I will link to that video in the description box. So for this video, let's focus on goal setting and how we can make it more gentle. So first of all, goal setting is a personal process. There are all kinds of frameworks out there focused on goals. Some recommend setting big, hairy, audacious goals because if you shoot for the moon and you miss, you'll still end up doing pretty well. Others recommend setting realistic goals or SMART goals so that you can build momentum and not get discouraged. Ultimately, you have to decide which approach works best for you. I think we have a tendency to fall in love with the tools, but the tools are just a means to an end. What matters is that you get where you want to go. So if you would like to set more gentle goals, I would first recommend that you take a look at how your current goals make you feel. Does a big, audacious goal make you feel energized and fired up? Maybe you really thrive on having an impossible goal as your North Star and something to continuously work towards. Or maybe a gigantic goal makes you feel confused about your next steps and discouraged about your progress. Maybe you prefer to set smaller, achievable, specific mini goals. Maybe focusing on one bite-sized small chunk is what keeps you moving forward. So when you set a goal for yourself, pay attention to how the goal makes you feel. The right goal will make you feel encouraged and keep you going. We are all different, and what works for your favorite celebrity or influencer may not work for you, and that's okay. The second thing to work on is to not set your goals as punishment. Try not to should all over yourself. Are you setting goals to fix or correct yourself? Or are you picking goals that take you to the next level of who you can be? Building yourself up has a very different energy than trying to fix yourself because you think you're broken. Unfortunately, a lot of us approach goals from a place of dissatisfaction with ourselves and our current state. We basically set goals to fight who we are. And if you've watched any of my other videos, you know that I'm a fan of working with ourselves, not against ourselves. So when you set your goals, try to do that from a place of positivity. Think of it as exploring and living into your potential. So this leads me to my next piece of advice. When it comes to your personal goals, try to lead with self-compassion and curiosity. Set inspiring goals that energize you and approach their execution as an experiment. Basically, when you set a goal, you know where you want to end up, but you still may need to find the answers for how to get there. You may have an idea of how you think things will play out, but you have to remain curious and open to the possibility that you don't know everything and that you'll have to figure it out as you go. More likely than not, there are more than one ways to get you where you want to go. So if you hit a snag, don't throw away the entire goal. Reevaluate the methods you have used so far and make some tweaks moving forward. Stay curious about the process. What's working and what's not? Why is it working? Why is it not working? What would it look like if it were easier? If you had to start over at any point, what would you do differently? I think it's a myth that white-knuckling our way through our goals is how we achieve success. Especially when it comes to long-range goals or long-term goals where consistency is essential, this all-or-nothing approach usually backfires. If you haven't reached your goal yet, don't assume that there's something wrong with you. More likely than not, you haven't found the right methods or you haven't been consistent long enough to see the results. So if you are struggling with your current goals, consider using a gentler approach to help you get there. If this video resonates with you, leave a comment below and feel free to share it with someone in your life who may need to hear it. And as always, please remember to leave a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to the channel.